Hey guys, how are we doing on this fine Tuesday? I am finally back. Yes, I have been to Disneyland Paris for a few days. It was, apart from getting sick while I was there, it was really good. And my daughter super enjoyed it. It was knackering for us all. It didn't help that our flight home got pushed back by 40 minutes, and that means we didn't get back home until 20 past midnight on Sunday night. So basically we've all been recovering for the last 2 days. I have been at work the last 2 days. I was going to stream last night, but my daughter her sleep cycle is just off at the moment. So it's a bit better today. It was rubbish yesterday, and she didn't actually lay down to go to sleep until 10 to 10. And even then she was still moving about and stuff. So if the stream last night had been the shortest stream ever, so it just wasn't worth it. So I decided against it and come back today. And yeah, that's it. It was I got ill while we were there. So on Saturday I felt really, really rough to the point where we were supposed to go into the centre of Paris. So my wife ended up just sort of looked at me and just went, "You need to go back to bed." So I went back to bed. She took the little one into Paris on the train from Disneyland. They took a couple of photos of the Eiffel Tower. They saw the Arc de Triomphe, and then came home again. And in that time, I slept, and I felt a lot better after that sleep. So I don't know how much of what was going on is the fact that I'd come down with a cold, or I was just absolutely knackered from getting there and being up late 2 days in a row and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, but other than that, it was a really good holiday. Yeah, super enjoyed it. And like I say, my daughter had an absolute blast. I did wait in line for 2.5 hours to meet Stitch. Yeah, but that's part of Disneyland. Yeah, it's just waiting in line. So, but yeah, we had some good food, we had some good eats, and we had a good time. And we met all sorts of characters. We did force her to go on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which she really, really, really didn't like, to the point where she was crying her eyes out. But we sort of made her do it to conquer her fear a little bit, which is probably a bit reverse psychology. I don't know, but she was a bit worried about flying there on way back. She barely noticed we even landed. So yeah, it was good. We got there. So yes, we are starting a new game tonight. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments how your weekend has gone since I was last streaming, and your week and everything. What's been going on with you? And don't forget to hit subscribe. We're starting a new game. We are starting Eternal Strands tonight, which I'm looking forward to. It's supposed to be quite a good indie RPG. So yeah, let's crack on with that, and the year of the indie game shall continue. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to go into options. Let's go back. I don't know if this game is best played with a mouse and keyboard or best played with a controller. We'll find out. I've got my Stadia controller ready to go if we need it, but we'll see. Okay. When Weaver's born in the next era, asked what we were willing to risk wrangling the capricious lands into hearth and home. Our exploits must answer simply, whatever it takes.
The Enclave was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation.
Okay, so we've got various different
The likes of
species.
which have
That's
not
good.
been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade
That
of
looks pretty
arcane
cool.
disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse.
Ooh, were the terrorists
The
involved?
world is calmer now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate us if we don't stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it's lived
Some
up
good
to
animation going on so far, to be fair.
Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here, where it all began.
Thanks.
It's very like magical based cartoon series so far.
Over here.
Take it that's the Veil then. The animation style reminds me a lot. My daughter's watching the Owl House again on Disney Plus, and animation style kind of reminds me of that.
What do you think?
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see
We
the
don't have to
Veil,
talk all these
I
bits.
wasn't picturing this.
No one's been this close in years. The base is shrouded in tangles. Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for decades, but no one has found a route into it. Until now. You have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out this passage.
Fly over it.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow.
Right, there's an option in the menu to make it so these just autoplay. So when we can, we'll have to change that.
I'll stay to oversee the camp setup. Why don't you take the preliminary scouting expedition?
Really?
Of course. It's important for the other weavers to see how you do in the field. The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watchtower deeper into the valley. Shouldn't be too far from where we are.
That's my first landmark, then?
Yes, it should help us get our bearings before we start the search for the Strand Road. And if you make any discoveries, that will endear you to the band.
For sure. I'd love to find my footing with the rest of them.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry and pull you back if anything gets too dangerous. Just steer clear of the tangles.
Will
Any
do.
questions before you head out?
She mentioned the Strand Road. Ask what that is.
The Strand Road?
A famous trade route into the Enclave that led straight to Denevron, the hub for bartering magical goods. Before the Surge, caravans used the Strand Road to enter and exit the Enclave with their goods. It's been completely submerged by tangles, unfortunately. Still, if we can get any closer to that passage, we will find rare artifacts lost in the surge.
This might be a little strange, but ask her to explain the scry.
I know the scry is a standard device across Weaver bands, but my previous leader, Aaron, didn't really make use of ours.
He sent you on expeditions without it?
I mean, I wore the earpiece, but he didn't exactly stay close to the table at the camp while I was out.
That's incredibly dangerous. I'm surprised you're still alive.
Because she obviously kicks ass.
Anyway, mind explaining how it works in your Weaver band?
When you go on an expedition, you'll wear the earpiece, which allows me to communicate with you and give directions from the scry table. At the table, everyone will be able to watch your expedition and communicate with you as needed. The last, most important function of the scry is that it allows me to use magic to pull you back to camp when your life is in danger.
Right.
So it's a convenient method to never actually die in the game. I like the fact that they used a law reason to be able to say, oh, no matter where you are, even if she's not in your party, or assuming there is parties, she'll be able to communicate with you. And when you die, you don't really die. You just get magically pulled back to the camp.
That clears up everything I needed to know. I'll head to the watchtower.
I might be coughing a lot, by the way.
Glad to hear it. You can head out then.
Right, out. What is it? Autoplay dying. Okay.
No visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
Okay. Hold shift to sprint. Alright, so the little thing is like a stamina meter. It's good to know.
The veil. Even more impressive up close.
I mean, it is pretty impressive, to be fair. Hang on. Options, controls. It doesn't. I wanted to try my controller, but it doesn't seem to like my controller. Yeah, let me just try one more time. Nope, guess we're playing with the keyboard and mouse. Alright. I think I might need to turn down the sensitivity on the mouse. No, that's... Let's just turn that down to 50. See how we're going. That seems a bit better.
Just this. Should magnify the enchantment and.
Ah, thanks. Got visuals back.
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth.
It seems just like mist.
The closer you get to the Veil, the thicker they'll become.
Its shadow is believed to be impenetrable.
Okay.
Until now.
Okay. I must have a full. Wait, I'm guessing that I can't pick it up because. Ooh, that was close.
That wall is completely frozen.
Weaver's Grasp. List and moves objects and creatures. Purple aura marks valid targets, while those marked red are too heavy for the current level of the strand. Control to prepare the strand. Or trying to cast. Release thing to throw it forward.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the Veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken.
So if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Hmm? My mouse is running out of power. There we go.
A moment to cool. Then you should be able to climb.
Alright. Right, mental note, need to put a battery in my mouse. Hey, what is... Alright. Okay, so Vitality Tonic you just pick up and it will give you health straight away.
Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
Coral. There were rumors of a living mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
Nice.
There's more of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition.
I agree. We should definitely do that.
Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Dan's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm losing...
Aurea?
That's not good.
Bryn, connections back.
That's not good.
His breath. I knew this was a bad idea.
It's not. We've got to solve.
Dom, fix it. And Lane have tonics on standby for her return.
Use right. Oh, as a dodge mechanic is stupid. Right, let me see. Keyboard and mouse. Dodge. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Good. Head out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
Yeah, hang on. I'll look for stuff. Okay. I don't think smashing that with my sword is really helping. Okay. Big ass dragon is still about. I like the sound of the dragon. The sound of the dragon is pretty cool.
For the love of... It's an ash peak drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a part.
Ice will rapidly freeze water in the air to create chunks of ice, useful for pinning foes of all sizes or creating ledges and bridges. Distant the target, aim at the furthest point and draw the ice closer. And control to prepare the strand. Just cast. Yeah.
Good. Dom's still working on the scry, but you need to keep moving.
That
Lane,
didn't seem
anything
as
from the map?
useful as it
There
should have been.
be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it. Oria, that drake's acting like...
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Nice work. Keep moving.
Okay. What I wanted from that ice magic was just a line of ice going straight Dinner is served.
Damn it, Casmin was right. That drake is rotting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast.
I'm guessing all this material means we can, like, craft weapons and...
Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
What? No, we... Okay. I was gonna say we definitely need to make better versions of the bow at least.
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
At least we have unlimited hours. Okay. Yeah, I'm still a little confused by the ice wall. Seems like a weird power.
That drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
That's my dodge. Okay, so you gotta move the mouse where you want the ice wall to go.
That's the path.
You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
I am doing great. That is true. Although this looks like it's gonna result in a boss battle.
An ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years. Let alone outside the
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get... You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan. Vitality tonics.
Okay, I died. That was a good shot. Freeze its mouth shut. Shield. Useful.
Skies. If this isn't the strangest.
What the... Hang on, Bryn.
Cutscene.
Everything okay back there?
Change of plans, everyone! Pack up! You're... What? We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arc. We need to go. Now.
Interesting. Wonder why the mist is doing that. Or the tangle. Or whatever it is.
Up ahead! Wait! Ah! I'm fine. Keep moving.
I get the feeling she's not fine. She's just lost an arm. I mean, I could be wrong, but pretty. That was quite a good opening sequence. That was a good like tutorial section, to be fair. The ambient temperature strongly affect how flame and fire magic. I missed that. Ooh, that's not good. Where's his body? That's a pretty cool statue, to be fair. Well, she didn't lose the hand. She just lost the ability to use the hand.
Has anyone else noticed we're practically sitting on a loom gate?
That can wait, Dom. Arya, you should be resting. If your wing doesn't heal, our point is out of commission.
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over expeditions as our acting point.
You sure she's ready for all of this?
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell the tale. I think we're in good hands.
I mean, fair.
I have every confidence that she will make a great point.
As long as we don't all die here first.
Whoever came up with we should call them the point, a point, didn't think conversation through. He needs a pep talk, remind them we're still with.
Take a moment to remember. We're in the Enclave. Haven't we all fantasized about this? This place holds mysteries beyond our wildest dreams and secrets to our past as weavers. It's time to uncover them.
Revelations await us.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate the Veil's shadow, we had no idea we'd end up here. The Enclave was once a safe haven for all weavers, and the pinnacle of innovation. Since the Veil went up, weavers took the blame for decades of war. Stories that put children to bed preach the evils of our magic.
Always
All
got to be a
because of what
persecuted
happened
race.
here. We owe it to ourselves and to our brethren across the Maida to find out not just what happened, but why. Maybe then, weavers can find our place in the world again. But first, survival. Bryn, that's you and me. Find me when you're ready. Adjourned.
Alright, consult with your to plan the next steps. Alright, let's talk with these guys. Sebastian's... Sebastian? That seems right.
Sev, how are you holding up?
Oh, fine. I mean, I'm trapped inside a magic bubble that's filled to the brim with life-threatening creatures. Also, left an entire known world behind, and I'll probably never see remnants of my past life again. But, you know, I'm fine.
Just grumpy.
Hey, at least Sola did half your unpacking. No sprained back muscles for you.
True, no back pain. In a few days, I might die from a creature attack. But at least I'll leave a corpse with good posture.
But me, this guy's depressing.
This apprenticeship is turning into more than I signed up for.
That is completely understandable. We're all reeling.
Yeah. You're probably right. Listen, I should get back to helping Sola.
Of course. I'm here for you, Sev. We all are.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. One down. Ooh, let's craft some stuff. Crafting. Craft new arms and armor at the smithy. Each design uses a combination of different classes of material. Forged, carved, etc. Those materials are divided into slots. The top slot uses the most materials, but has the biggest impact on the item's stats. Materials have properties such as weight, resistance, heat, and so on, while also affecting colour. Mix and match materials create custom gear in both ability and looks. Some quests also require crafting. These live in their own category, but work the same, provide the needed materials and craft the item to advance. Quest materials are only ever used for one recipe. Mundane sword and shield. Okay, can't actually craft that. Can't craft any of this. So we know who to talk to
Really?
crash stuff.
It's a work in progress. Taking stock and all. We lost a lot of gear running for our lives. Speaking of, are you doing okay?
I can't wait. Share
I'm
my
great.
teeth.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime.
A point has to have that kind of attitude. Just be careful. You don't want that lifetime to be cut short. Oh, and listen. We've got your back, okay? All of us.
I should hope
Right
so.
now, we need to focus on getting our feet back under us. And you need to get the lay of the land while we do.
I will. Right. Here's basically talk to everyone. What's that up there? He's a Codex from Greece achievement to locales around the enclave, as well as unlocking lore projects at Leon's archive. You okay? I like the floaty jump.
Loom gates must need a massive source of magic to function. Instantaneous transit across hundreds of leagues.
Dom? Hello? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Brain, you are going to check out the loom gate at some point, right?
Yeah, of course. I'll get around to it.
Good, good. Why it refuses to function is a mystery we must unravel together. A priority.
Not worried about our survival in an unknown land filled with volatile magic like the others?
Details. There is so much to discover. Survival will take care of itself. Or Casbin,
I like
Casbin,
him.
Casbin.
He's like, you're not really
So,
might die at any moment.
Is
Details,
your heart
details.
racing at the prospect of traversing these lost lands?
I just want the real action to start. I want to find the biggest, baddest creature in the land and I don't know, climb it, or tear its strands free, or chuck a boulder at its head.
Would you mind flipping the order of those last two? A boulder might wreak havoc with the integrity of the strand.
For you, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Thoughtful. You're going to make a great point, Brain of Calmhaven.
Thanks, Dom.
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, something else is tugging at my attention.
Loom gates.
Loom gates.
He's such a nerd. I like it. Let's just play sleep. Yeah. Will we just talk to him?
I wonder how this arc managed to get us through the veil.
By the looks of it, it was a one-way ticket.
Well, the Enclave built many arcs and other magical constructs. I've never heard of one designed to repel Drake's breath, though.
You think we might find another ark that could help us escape?
Or possibly repair this one? It must be special somehow. As Aurea said, the arcs never left the Enclave, yet this one did.
We know as much as we can from looking at it. Time to start exploring.
Probably
and
should
to find
discover the
answers.
mystery of that one.
Lane, you seem lost in
Lane.
thought.
That's how you say your
Something
name,
wrong?
Lane.
Oh, Bryn. Yes, I am. And you? I notice you've been checking in with the others at the camp.
You did? Are you spying on me?
Oh, of course not. It's my vocation to observe. Not just you, everyone. In fact, if you'd like, I can tell you a little about the others. You are newer to our band, after all.
Oh, that sounds good. Save joined just before me. Ask if it's coming for this weaver band to take on the
Sev is
apprentice.
relatively new to the team too. Has Sola taken on smithing apprentices before him?
No, she's never had an apprentice before. I don't know how he came to be her apprentice either. No one seems to.
That's a little odd, isn't it?
Not really. Typically, Ram are very secretive, culturally speaking. Sev may remain an enigma. I wish he would open up, though. I'd like to learn more about his people.
Magical research is integral to any Weaver band. Ask how it progresses within
Before
hours.
joining, I knew Auria's band was renowned for its top-notch techniques in weaving. Why do you think that is?
To keep a points expedition gear competitive, you need a smith and an enchanter working in perfect harmony. And there's never been a pairing more harmonious than the union of our enchanter, Dan, and our smith, Sola.
They are sweet together.
Did you know Sola is descended from nobility in the Sansa Empire? Shame
Oh,
her family
shit.
lost their fortune. Though I suppose that's why she's so down to earth.
I was gonna say, I'm sure it went down well when she went, I'm gonna go become a
Dan
smithy
hails
with
from
these
Brentwood, where
weavers.
magic is completely forbidden. I often wonder if Darm's fascination with enchanting would be as obsessive if magic wasn't dogmatically kept from him as a child.
The band seems to operate like a tight ship. Ask them how it is
I've
run.
travelled with a Weaver band before, but it wasn't quite as functional as this. What makes this one run so smoothly?
The obvious answer is Aurea. Not only is she a strong point and leader herself,
Sorry, my
but
arm's hurting.
her
It's
mother
like
is one of the
aching.
most
Just
famous
trying to sort it out.
enchantresses of our time. She's grown up surrounded by excellence.
Still, it sounds like a lot to live up to.
If it is, Aurea makes it look easy.
You said Aurea is the obvious answer to this band's success. Is there a not so obvious answer?
Yes. While Aurea runs the field, when it's time for the caravan to move, it's Casmin who takes over. She used to be a quartermaster on the docks of Don Brennig, facilitating relief efforts for the Udean Federation. With the speed she can pack a caravan, it's no wonder that Aurea trusts her to take over when it's time to move.
I mean, that would be useful. Still pretty new to the Weaver band. Ask Lane how I fit
Given
in.
that I'm the newest member, how do you think I fit in?
It speaks volumes that Aurea trusts you with taking over the expeditions this soon. I would have thought Casmin might take over in this interim period instead of you.
Casmin?
Up until about 6 months before you joined, Aurea was training her to become her replacement as point. It was going well, then out of nowhere the training ended, and Aurea began searching for a new point. I don't know if it was Aurea's decision or Casmin's, but either way, I suppose it's all for the best. You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Casmin hasn't been the most welcoming towards me. I wonder if she could be upset that I'm the new point.
Gee, you
Casmin,
think?
if she has a problem with you, it won't be long before she confronts you about it.
Great.
He didn't come over to talk about the other Weavers. Ask Lane about himself as a person.
Offering insight about the others is nice, but I came here to talk about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Tell me about yourself.
There's not much to know, really. I suppose I'm the typical third child to a second son of a patriarch of a minor mercantile house in Judea.
What?
I've enjoyed the experience of growing up in a family embroiled in feuds so long-standing that no living relative can recall inciting incidents firsthand. At a young age, scholastic endeavours became my escape from the familial turmoil until I could finally leave home.
So she's got some family drama.
Nothing but a
Sorry,
classical
they've got
presentation
some
of third
family
child
drama.
issues in a Udean mercantile family.
Right. And how are you feeling since we entered the Enclave?
Truthfully, I'm not sure. Nothing's really wrong, but never mind.
You sure? Whatever's on your mind, I'm happy to listen.
Yesterday, entering the Enclave in our lifetime seemed impossible, yet today, here we are. It strikes me as an opportunity that was profoundly easy to miss. That's all. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Okay. Can't do any codex compiling. That's that. Can't do anything with Dawn.
The scribe. The whole band gathers around when I'm away from camp. It's nice to have people literally watching my back.
Okay. Let's just explore. Oh, look.
Tent. Might not be glamorous, but you can rest here when you're not gallivanting on expeditions.
It's perfect.
Don't know about perfect. I could have done a better job if we didn't lose half our supplies when we passed through the Veil.
Seriously, I didn't have anything close to this in Aaron's band. Half the time I was lucky if I didn't sleep on dirt.
Huh. That's unfortunate. I'll leave you to get settled.
Really don't care, does she? Only soft in a comparative sense to other woods. Protective, common sources, trees, wooden structures, etc. Okay. Oh, we got hats out of the box.
Hey, Caslin. Recovering from our wild entrance into the Enclave?
Save it, okay? I know I should have been more prepared to move.
Hold on, that's not what I...
If I had been more prepared, we wouldn't be missing half our supplies. With more supplies, I could have done a better job patching up Oria's wing. If I had fixed her wing properly, we wouldn't be in unknown territory with a point who...
Whatever it is, just say it, Kaz.
You're no Oria. I'm sorry. But she has more experience and who knows what's out there.
I mean, it's a fair point. What you like and experience my teammate so far. Remind her that we're all in this together.
I know my job is important, but we all have a part to play in our survival. I know you can do yours. Trust that with everyone's help, I'll be able to do mine too. I'm not in this alone, Kaz. Neither are you.
You're right. It's just that Oria has been point for so long. I need to give you a chance, though. I'll try.
That's all I ask.
Thank you. Charming with kindness. Geo Cryptic Casmi's Caron will be the loadout Bryn takes into expeditions in the Enclave. Loadouts can be changed at any time at base camp but cannot be swapped while in the field. Okay. Okay, so I've got... Yeah, basically I haven't got anything I can actually change right now. Alright. That's fine. Is that the loom gate?
So this is a loom gate. It's taller than I expected.
The Enclave constructed these for transit. Oh, imagine being able to travel leagues instantly. If only it were working.
There's no sign of damage. It just seems inert.
Deactivated, perhaps? Or simply lacking the energy such a powerful enchantment would need.
You'd know better than any of us. If we could get it working, though.
I'm guessing we will at some point during this game.
All the places we could go. Oh, to hold the hand of my most darling wife as we whisked around the Enclave. Metaphorically, of course. The loom gates famously moved people one at a time. Too dangerous otherwise, I imagine.
They're sweet together, complement their
You're
collaboration.
cute together. It's great to see a couple that shares such a love of their work with one another.
Who could have it any other way?
After being together for 7 years, we're bound to have something in common.
Come, my love. There must be something in the archives.
Alright. Let's talk to Oria.
I was impressed by how you handled that drake outside the Veil.
A little terrifying, I will admit.
But you kept a cool head and didn't let it get the better of you. Not everyone can do that.
Fair enough.
So after all the legends, this is it. The Enclave.
Legends for you, maybe. Some of us trained under weavers who were born here. Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for me.
She seems to sympathise with
You must be devastated that your wing is holding you back.
I can't deny that my heart breaks at the prospect of being stuck behind the scry. But knowing I've found the right replacement helps. Besides, this wing won't keep me down for long. I'll be back out there soon enough.
I
Good
wouldn't have it
attitude.
any other way.
Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. For your first expedition, we need to get the lay of the land. Thankfully, Lane Free has an old map of the Enclave to help us get our bearings. It's 60 years old, pre-Surge. No chance it's accurate, but that's where you come in.
I'll update it as I go.
Exactly. We've made camp in what was once a way station for caravans entering the Enclave. Just below us is Glintwood Hollow, a valley on the outskirts of the Enclave. I've scanned it from the overlook, and we've got 2 landmarks of note. A second loom gate, and what appears to be a giant statue, possibly an ark.
You can see it from here? Must be massive.
If either is functional, Dom will throw you a party. I'll be with you
I'm
on the
pretty
scry.
sure that loom
With
gate
fewer
is
tangles,
active.
we're hoping the connection will be stronger. The path is down by your tent.
I'll head out now.
Yeah. Right, let's just go down here. And just see if there's anything. Any goodies? You see. Okay. List of names and dates innumerable. For the frame style and realm fashion from decades ago. Alright. I can't attack anything. So these two have still got dots over their head, are waiting for something else before I can get rid of the dot. It's actually deeply frustrating. Alright. Alright. Rails are easier to break. This is useful when exploring. Glintwood Hollow. Tree lighting and wild. Alright, Loomgate, that's where we need to go. Nothing seems bad. Look for a second Loomgate in the fellow's arch. Look for a great arc near the collapse.
Brim.
No interference from the Enclave?
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Veil.
That's reassuring.
Okay. Bring updates and match as you press M to open the map. Okay. I was wondering if there was a lock on. Yeah. A spectacular vista. I mean, it is pretty spectacular to be fair. Okay. Trees with yellow flowers, we should break because it'll give us yellow linen. Oh no. Alright. Ice pins fast in place for time control and to reduce pressure.
More arcs.
And they're clearly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is strange.
Okay. Alright, going on the tab. Right, so only certain plants will give you different things. We got some. Not everything gives you items. Okay, this is important. This is good, important information that we're getting to here. Should we go up here? Let's go up here.
Fresh water in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
Yeah. So Okay, you can climb most things, you just gotta press the interact button. Oh,
That's the edge of how far I can push the scry. It'd be like in the Veil's shadow all over again.
okay.
Hydra's Brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
Okay. I was confused then. Right. I think we need to keep going this way.
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Tom will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison him.
Okay. I'm collecting materials as I go. Okay.
This must be Hydra's lake.
But lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit of flowing water?
Yeah. Quite like the fact that any vitality thing you find just like fully heals you. Okay, can't go in there. Good note. Oops. Right. Right, I need to change some controls. Camera walk. Right. And getting too close to the ice thing is hurting me. I keep missing little tutorial pop-ups as well. Where are you, you little bastard? Okay. They were annoying. Whoever that was. Okay. Beastie over there. Let's go this way. At least your weapons don't degrade over time. That's something. Right. That seems like it was spewing out the nasty tangle stuff. Material for starting fire, especially traits and shot of fearsome players. Rinse inventory fuel. Tend to base camp safely to safely start all crashing resources. Clear space in a bag. Right, okay, so there's only so much you can. Well, at least we know what one of the upgrades is going to be, don't we?
Can't stretch the scry any further.
Okay. Wait, I just picked up iron. Wait, already said my inventory is full. Did I not? I go back in here. I not pick this stuff up. Must be. Okay. So it must be you can. Each thing that you pick up takes up a slot, and you can stack 10. Okay, that makes sense. Diplomatic agreement. A letter improving entrance to the enclave for a group of Tanzan workers. Okay. Okay. Doing alright. We've picked up some stuff and a lot of combat. Getting to grips with the controls a little bit. Stuff over here. Let's go over here. Or not.
I was right. It is an ark. A great one.
It isn't moving. I'll get a closer look.
Okay. Also, you can choose proceed to climb. It's very comfortable. Yeah, we're just gonna keep the auto climb on, I think.
An ark of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
Doubt my sword is strong enough.
Too bad. Strange that it's just standing there.
Maybe the second loom gate will tell us more. Enclave constructs are believed to be interconnected in many ways.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right. Second loom gate, but there's stuff over here. Like, they're just like little things that you can go in and explore around in the level. Oh, there's stuff over there. Designs for crafting have a glow, opportunist mask, and an audio indicator to make enemies fine. Collect them to unlock new gear for creation with solar. Alright, cool. Alright, full of vitality tonics. Right, where am I going? Up this way, obviously. Fella's Arch. Red iron. I assume the cotton stuff is for aesthetics more than anything else. Okay. Opportunist curious. Nice. Okay. It is bad here, some X. A flutter caution and short hand. Okay.
This must be the second loom gate.
What's covering the base?
I'll check it out. A lot of debris on the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate itself? Is it functional?
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Taza.
And he's gone.
It's basically
Good
me.
news. Lane found a shortcut back to our camp for you, and we've got the Wisp working.
The Wisp?
Watch as Wisp. Channel a little magic into your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the shortcut.
Which is press V to conjure a wisp, or you will consult the team and maps to guide it to the general direction of your closest objective.
I see the path.
Good. That should take you to the shortcut.
Oh, well, you're like, oh yeah, I see the shortcut. Yep, just jump off this massive cliff. Alright, so I'm seeing upgrades. So we've got like the obvious stamina upgrade. Ah! Where did that other one go? Oh, you know what? I don't care that much. I'm gonna go hunting it down, especially with, what, 4 minutes left of the stream. Okay, I recognize that bit, so you assume we just come back up here. That's quite cool that my magic was still sat there, slowly melting. I've discovered if you climb on your ice wall, it will hurt you. Which seems a little unfair, but also completely logical. Where ram tend to live in small enclaves away from the city. I'm going to stop trying to read them.
Bryn's back. Let's fill her in.
We believe we found a way to activate the Loom Gate in our camp and in Glintwood Hollow.
We'll make history. Gush with the
Guys,
integration.
what are we waiting for? I want to be the first one to travel through a gate.
It will be a defining moment of your career.
So, how do we repair a loom gate?
What made the Enclave remarkable was not merely their constructs, but their ability to power them. It has long been rumored that beneath our very feet exists an extensive magical network known as the Tapestry.
Known as
pipe
the
you found in
Tapestry.
Glintwood Hollow is proof of its existence. It must be a conduit. More magic to the Loom Gates as a source of power.
And the tangle that formed around it was a leak.
Precisely. Our theory is that patching the rupture will restore power to the gate.
Thankfully, Seven Lane have a plan for that.
We don't know a lot about arcs, but I dug up some old stories from logs that we inherited from a weaver band that broke apart. In notes dated before the surge, this band managed to get one of the enchanters who worked on the arcs riotously drunk and talking.
Apparently, the Arks have a thin carapace between their skin and their armor plates that's nigh immune to magic, and can be separated in segments. A magically resistant material like that would be perfect to seal a rupture in the tapestry.
So I need to cleave this carapace off the arc. There's no way my sword is strong enough.
Come see me and we can make some improvements to Sola's forge. Which, in turn, means...
I could hone your sword so we can cleave the carapace, no problem.
We'll talk.
Upgrades.
One more thing. You'll need to remove the debris on the Loom Gate's platform so that we've got a clear workspace once the patch is forged.
Easy enough?
Everyone's got a part to play in this. Let's get to work.
Alright, journal. Bring records all the objectives in the journal. To open it, press J. In the body of the journal entry, print off and records additional details about our objectives. Hard to believe we're on the verge of restoring a loom gate, but here we are. I still can't get over how capable this band of weavers is. However, their plan requires me to cleave carapace, a thin shielding from inside of the armor plating on the great arc in Glintwood Hollow. And my sword isn't quite strong enough to do that. But with the Casmin's help, I can make improvements to Sola's forge, who in turn will then be able to reforge my sword. So with Casmin's learning about improving the base count, I'm quite Casmin can improve the base count with what I reckon is coming to this. Okay. Alright, so we've got various things to do. That was an auto save, but let's just do a manual save as well. And that is it from me for tonight. Alright, thank you so much for watching. As always, I will be back tomorrow with some more Eternal Strands. I am quite liking it so far. It's not the most exciting thing I've ever played, but it's pretty good. It controls well, and it looks good. The art style's great. I really like the art style, so hopefully gameplay gets better. But it does control well once I've figured out everything. So hopefully we'll go from there. All right. Right. That is it from me. Thank you so much. As I've just said, don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help me out. And I will be back tomorrow for some more Eternal Strands. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you then. Good night.